Total gridlock on the streets of Dhaka, where anything goes. Riding on the back of an elephant tends to clear the way and just adds to the colourful chaos. England's dusty path to practice was cleared by their heavy security escort. But given fitness concerns, it's hardly been a smooth early build-up. Tummy bug victim Stuart Broad had a bowl, but soon returned to the shade of the dressing room, still suffering. As those on the comeback from injury were put through their paces, the management was seeking ICC permission to play backup bowler Chris Tremlett, who is not part of the squad of 15.
Hosting the World Cup is a massive deal for Bangladesh. This cricket-mad nation can't wait, and they're ready. The same can't be said for England, with so many injury concerns.
Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, Dhaka. Stuart Broad took part in full practice after 2 days in bed with a stomach bug and is back in contention after missing out on one of the great one-day matches that has given England even more belief.
To perform like that against the hosts as well, with the home advantage is massive for us. We will have taken a lot out from that game. Especially the batting performance was exceptional. The way Straussy and Belly played through the middle period was, phenomenal.
It's not a World Cup match featuring India, so there'll be nothing like a full house here this time. Nothing like the wall of sound that England experienced the other night.
Chennai's Marine Beach is the second longest beach in the world. But just like the local fishermen, this is a city for hard work for the England players.
During the daytime, the fishermen who actually live on this beach prepared themselves efficiently for the night's catch. England have to be just as meticulous in their preparation as they take on the might of South Africa after the massive upset caused by Ireland.
England concentrated on fielding at first practice. Kevin Pietersen, Paul Collingwood and Graham Swan did not train, but everyone is fit for selection. England are out to show they won't be like fish out of water again. Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, Chennai. As England worked on their fielding routines at final practice, there were clearly signs all was not well with Kevin Pietersen, who pulled out of sprinting to take this catch. Now we know he will undergo surgery after the World Cup. England have other injury concerns. Paul Collingwood has problems with his knees, but took a full part in net practice. So did Graham Swan, who has a groin problem.
To be fair, we've got a few niggles in the side, but at the moment we're certainly hopeful that we've got a full 15 to pick from for tomorrow. Like all these things, you've got to see how niggles kind of react.
The long winter may well be taking its toll physically, but Andrew Strauss still has every confidence England can make an impact at this World Cup. England were on such a high after the India tie. They need that feel-good factor back again. Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, Chennai. Full-blown England security through the streets of Chittagong, but for just one man. As Owen Morgan arrived as Kevin Pietersen's replacement, there was yet more England injury concerns.
I've picked up a little side niggle. I'm not sure as to how serious it is at the moment. I suggest it might be pretty doubtful for Friday's game at the moment, but beyond that, I'm not sure.
It's quite a step up for Owen Morgan from the winter back home.
I know the whole squad are excited for his arrival and delighted he'll be back in the setup, and we know what a skillful player he is and what he can add to this team.
Owen Morgan has checked in. Stuart Broad is left to wonder whether he will soon be checking out.
While Stuart Broad will miss England's first practice session here in Chittagong, Owen Morgan will be keen to acclimatise and impress to show he's worth his place in the side for Friday's game against Bangladesh. Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, Chittagong.
A spectacular sunset over Chittagong. England arrived for a late practice session under lights, confirming Chris Tremlett has been identified as the man to replace Stuart Broad. Losing two big guns is a setback, but Morgan's return is a big boost for England.
Two world-class players in Kevin and Stuart. It is going to be a big loss, but I mean, in the past, as we've seen, maybe in the Ashes series in recent times, that guys have come in and filled other guys' places, and very well.
Squad decisions have been made, but with Kevin Pietersen not here, now the England management need to decide on who opens the batting.
They would settle for that solid opening stand. Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, Chittagong. The first World Cup clash in Chittagong means so much. Playing cricket here is hardly business as usual, with Chris Tremlett emerging from the shadows to become part of the World Cup 15. England have had to reassess their options.
It's certainly been an eventful World Cup for England, what with all their injury problems and the way that the England games have gone. Cricket Stadium, sir, thank you. But they're hoping for a much smoother ride in the next two games to build up some momentum before the quarterfinals.
The crowd's going to be 100% behind Bangladesh. It's going to be a hostile atmosphere for us. But if you want to win World Cups, you can't have everything on your own terms. You've got to be able to deal with that, and I think we will be able to do so.
In a land full of colour and surprises, Andrew Strauss just wants England to be predictable for a change. Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, Chittagong.
The Prima Dasa Stadium towers above these local residents and shop owners. Out of all the places that England have been to at the World Cup, this is the ground closest to a living and working community.
The Prima Dasa Stadium is right on the doorstep of this cricket-mad neighbourhood. The weight of expectation is with Sri Lanka. Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, Colombo. It's a very different looking squad to the one that touched down in Bangladesh nearly 6 weeks ago. Tim Bresnan is fit after calf injury concerns. With Jimmy Anderson pushing for a recall, new arrival Jade Dernbach is officially in the mix to make his one-day international debut. Ian Bell and Ravi Bopara both want to take over from Matt Pryor at the top of the order.
Does the person who is opening, does he know now?
Yes, he does know now. He's known for a couple of days. You know, as you say, we're not going to be talking about the specifics of our team selection. One thing I would say, it's a big challenge for us. You know, Sri Lanka are a good side with a lot of attacking options, both with bat and ball, and they're obviously on their home patch. So it's going to be a significant challenge for us.
Player burnout has become a build-up issue after the sad departure of Michael Yardy from the England squad with depression.
No matter what the fatigue, both sides know they're 3 victories away from World Cup glory. Australia cannot win the World Cup for a 4th time in a row. Local expectations are high, but England are still looking to spread their wings beyond the quarter-finals. Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, Colombo. Just like in India and Bangladesh, cricket is a religion in Sri Lanka. The excitement and anticipation has moved up a gear.
The expectations are always there. That's not something that we can control. What we really want to do is make sure that when we go out there tomorrow and when we talk about things this evening, that we are realistic, we stay in the moment, and make sure we concentrate on what we have to do and make sure our focus is 100% on tomorrow.
We've been here for over 6 weeks now. There's been so much to say about this World Cup, but it seems the youngsters here aren't just enthusiastic players, they're budding commentators too.
All they want to hear about now is commentary on a Sri Lanka win that takes them through to the final. Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, Colombo. Build-up moments this cricket-mad nation has been praying for. Everyone, it seems, wants to be around the Wankhede Stadium. School children on their way home. Those who don't have a ticket just wanted to experience the atmosphere. With India travelling after victory over Pakistan, Sri Lanka were the first to take this all in. Amid all the celebration is the harsh reality of security.
This is the hotel for both teams and all the ICC dignitaries, the Taj Mahal, a landmark hotel here in India that was attacked by terrorists about 2.5 years ago. Of course, security around everyone here is very tight.
Even the gateway of India is a no-go zone. It's the first view of Mumbai by boat. The World Cup has reached its final port of call. Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, Mumbai. Both captains got their hands on the World Cup. For one of them, next time it will be for real. With 99 one-day international hundreds, Sachin Tendulkar has his own fairy tale to complete. India will be the first team to win the World Cup on home soil.
If you just talk about the potential as to what we can do on the field, there's plenty to come. If we do everything to the best that we can, it will be a very interesting game.
The 32,000 inside the Wankhede Stadium are the lucky ones.
But there's just a small matter of a population of 1.2 billion people who'll be on the outside looking in.
It's a big thing, happening in India. The Indian team reaching the finals. I don't think it can get any bigger than this, being held in the subcontinent. So I think each and everyone will definitely watch this game, and every common man will definitely watch this game.
41 days, 48 matches, 13 venues. Now it's all come down to the final city and the last 100 overs. Tim Abraham, Sky Sports, Mumbai.